So today we have again, we have again come together to speak about Bhagavad Gita. We are in the second chapter, that is Sankhya Yoga, and in our last class we had completed verse number 56. 56. Okay. So so now we are studying the answers that Krishna gives to one of Arjuna's very important question. And the question is, Arjuna wanted to know, what is called, what can be defined by being steadfast in knowledge. That is, established in knowledge. How do those people be defined who are always not connected but established in knowledge? So how are these people defined? How do they talk? How do they live? How do they move around? And what is their lifestyle? So this is what Arjuna had asked. So in reply to this, Krishna had said 18 verses, which is actually the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So now we are studying the essence of Bhagavad Gita. When we go into these next chapters, like chapter 3, chapter 4, in this way, till chapter 18, whatever we will study, we will see that all this, whatever we are studying is just the extension of these 18 verses. Okay. So in the first, when Krishna had to answer this question, who are these people who have established, not only established contact or connection with the self, but they have also, become established into the self. So Krishna gives the answer in two parts. One is the material part or the worldly part, and the other is the spiritual part. In our last class we had discussed this very elaborately. Still, just to retrospect, let us just go through what we have discussed. So it says that the person who can separate himself from all the desires that his mind has been creating. I'm not going into this this explanation, because once I start explaining them, it becomes very lengthy. So I'm just because we have already explained this several times. If you see the English video also, there is also the same thing. So because all these classes, like this is the Spanish class, then we have this YouTube class, YouTube discourses in live, as well as this American, American discourses that we do, and then this, this Australians. So in all these, we are discussing the same thing. So when we, post these videos, then all are the same, all the same stuff. A little bit of difference happens while we talk, but the contents are the same. So Krishna says that when a person can separate himself from the desires that his mind is creating, and he stays within himself, and by staying within himself he becomes very happy, very satisfied. So this person is said to be Sthita Prajna, that is a person whose wisdom is steadfast. And then he says how we can attain that state. So he says that the very the ways to attain the state is, or this is how they behave. So if you can also behave like this, then you are also going to get elevated into the state of sthita prajna. So he says that a person who does not get anxious while he is in a is in a completely challenging situation, he doesn't get anxious, and when he is in when he is in the middle of happiness, he does not get attached to those. And one who does not have attachment, fear and anger, so this person is is known to be, or is considered to be, the one whose wisdom is steadfast. Okay, so Aditi, now you translate and we'll start from there.
Ok, pues bienvenidos. Swamiji nos dice gracias, muchas gracias. Hoy vamos a hablar del capítulo 2 del Bhagavad Gita y la última clase vimos el verso 56. Ahora estamos hablando de lo que Krishna le está contestando a Arjuna. Arjuna quiere saber cómo es aquel que está establecido en el conocimiento, cómo esta gente es definida, cómo son aquellos, cómo hablan aquellos que están establecidos en este conocimiento, cómo viven, cómo se mueven, cuál es su estilo de vida. Y Krishna le contesta con estos 18 versos de los que vamos a hablar ahora, que estos 18 versos son la esencia del Bhagavad Gita. Así que ahora vamos a estar estudiando esta esencia y todo lo demás, todo el Gita que viene posterior, es una ampliación, una extensión de estos 18 versos. Hasta ahora la respuesta de Krishna ha sido en 3 partes, la parte mundana de la materia, la parte espiritual. Sobre esto hablamos la última clase, estuvimos discutiendo de una forma elaborada lo que Krishna decía. Krishna decía que la persona que se separa a sí mismo de los deseos que la mente crea, esta persona que se separa de los deseos de la mente y que está en sí mismo, yendo a una satisfacción plena en sí mismo, esta persona es sthita prajna. Esta persona se establece en la sabiduría. Entonces, ¿cómo es este estado? ¿Cómo es esta forma? ¿Qué hace? ¿Cómo se comporta? Pues no hay ansiedad cuando hay una situación de mucho reto. También no hay apego cuando viene, no en una situación de reto, en una situación de felicidad, no hay apego a esta felicidad porque sabe que todo cambia. Así que no hay apego, no hay ansiedad, no hay miedo, no hay enfado. La persona que no experimenta apego, miedo, enfado, esta persona está establecida en la sabiduría. Okay.
Thank you.